still using cash? Matter why? It's time to cash less and live more with Capitec. Just choose the smart way to pay. Anytime, anywhere. No need for cash with SA's biggest digital bank. Pay the smart way with Capitec.
Waking up all day to Vuga Online.
Welcome back to the show right here on Vuga with me, Mothale. On the line, I am joined by the Deputy Minister responsible for Forestry, Fisheries and Environment. Deputy Minister Bernice Swarts will be talking to us about the 1 million trees campaign. 1 million sounds like a whole lot of trees, but if you think about it, if each one of us can do our part, we can do more than just 1 million trees. So, but the Deputy Minister is here with us tonight to talk to us about this campaign. Without any waste of time, Deputy Minister, good evening and welcome to Vuga.
Good evening to you and good evening to your listeners.
Thank you so much, Deputy Minister, for making time with us this evening. Could you please just maybe talk to us about this campaign and what is the primary goal of this campaign?
Just to give you a better background, this is a presidential flagship campaign which was started in the year 2021 and the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment started implementing it in 2022. And due to financial constraints, the real actual target of 10 million trees over a period of 5 years at 2 million trees per year was not reached. And early this year, we then decided that we are going to go on a drive that we invite civil society and all South Africans to join us to embark on planting 1 million trees in one day on the 24th of September, which is our Heritage Day in South Africa. Now, these 1 million trees will be divided in the 9 provinces at 115,000 trees per province. And we further went to ask ourselves that, are we just planting trees for the purposes of planting, or are we really planting trees so that future generations can actually find an environment that is intact and that future generations can appreciate and find trees that we would have planted? Now, this planting of these trees is not just planting of trees on Heritage Day, it's a legacy because future generation will enjoy what we do today.
Yes.
We then asked ourselves that where do we plant the trees, and we said that we would have identified safe spaces in the form of early learning development centers, primary schools, high schools, clinics, hospitals, police stations, old age homes, orphanages, correctional services centers. And the reason for this is that after we have planted the trees on the 24th, how do we make sure that these trees are going to survive and they're taken care of? Now, in all these places that I've counted, you already have people who are working as general workers in the schools, in the police station, the hospital. So we are sure that there are warm bodies every day in these places. And we are sure that if we go there next year, we'll find the trees. We have equally signed an MOU with the Council of Churches, which gives us all the churches under the Council of Churches who are also saying, we are joining you in the MOU, and what we are giving you is space to come and plant these trees. Now, we must also talk about air quality. Now, this is where our slogan started as the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, that my tree, my oxygen, plant yours today. Now, we are saying each and every South African, when you wake up in the morning, you must just know you are breathing because of the oxygen from a tree. And we're saying that nobody should cut trees. If it is unavoidable and you cut one tree, we say to replace that one tree, you must plant 20 trees to replace one tree that you cut. But we don't want to see anybody cutting a tree. Now, what will happen on Heritage Day is that all 9 provinces will have a specific time where everybody is going to plant at the same time. If you're planting at 10 o'clock, the whole country has their different safe spaces.
Yes.
We'll have warm bodies there. We have partnered with Prime Stars. Prime Stars is an organization that has been in existence for over 20 years at developing entrepreneurs. So they have gotten group of entrepreneurs that they are developing now in the green space, which we are calling green entrepreneurs. And there's 10,000 of them, and they are in all the different 9 provinces. So in terms of warm bodies, everybody is joining us to say we want to plant a tree on that day. But our main call today is to say, wherever you are, even before the 24th, we've got a system on our website. People can access it at www.dffe-Podcast-Narrow.gov.za.
Yes.
When you go in there, into that system of ours, when you plant a tree, you'll be able to put your photo there, your name there. You'll be able to take a photo of the tree you are planting, and you'll be able to give us a location where you have planted the tree. So your tree will also be counted. Whether you are in the country or outside of the country, that system allows you, because even if you are not physically planting the tree, you are able to purchase the tree online and donate the tree. And we've got a whole lot of nurseries which are on that IT system of ours. So after you have purchased the tree, it will tell us that Mr. So-and-so, Ms. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so, or anybody has purchased the tree at this nursery, and we'll be able to show them the proof that this person has purchased the tree. We'll be able to pick it up. We are using all our botanical gardens in the 9 provinces minus the Northwest, because the Northwest does not have a botanical garden, but we do have what we call a tree bank as well in the Northwest. So in all the other provinces, our tree banks are at our botanical gardens, because the South African Institute of Biodiversity, which is SANBI, is our entity. And we decided that we are going to use those as our tree banks. So as we speak, you can go to any botanical garden. You are going to find trees there, which is in our tree bank, which is waiting ready to be planted on the 24th.
Yes.
So we can actually show you the trees in each province.
Yes.
And
So
say that we are ready for the 24th. And we are hopefully looking at this as our first phase, so that next year we can up our numbers to 5 million trees in one day. And I think it's possible because of the lot of interest and calls that we are getting from South Africans to say that we want to participate. This is a good initiative. And indeed, generations after us will be very grateful and thankful to us for planting trees today and in this year in 2025.
Yes, and I completely agree with you, Deputy Minister, that it is possible. We can do more. And maybe just to talk about this, because growing up, you used to do this in our primary school days, and even in our secondary school days, where we'll plant trees. And the only thing at a time that we can think of is that a tree will provide us a shade, a tree will provide us with an oxygen, but there is more than just a shade and oxygen. Could you please just tell us as to this campaign, the 1 million trees campaign, how does it align with our South Africa's climate change, biodiversity, and also the SDG commitments?
Before we even reached that, when this program was launched, the president gave a directive that he wants 60% of these trees to be fruit trees, to speak to the food security issue. Because we know that people in the most rural areas, when they got 20 rands, they are not going to think apples, bananas, and grapes, but they are going to think about bread and electricity. So we are working with the traditional leaders in the country, and we are working with the kingdoms in the country, so that we are encouraging them that we actually plant communal fruit gardens, which communities can all harvest from later, so that we talk to the food security, especially around the fruit aspect of it. And then 40% of the trees, the president has said we must plant indigenous trees. Now, indigenous trees have got a lot of uses in them. They've got, like you have said, other than the shade, there are medicinal uses to the indigenous trees. Now, the medicinal uses is that we are able to teach each other, ourselves as a department, and our people in the rural areas, we should exchange indigenous knowledge, because our scientists might have a use for one tree, But the people in the rural areas will tell you, no, this tree you can use when people are coughing. This tree you can use when a person has a sore. It will heal by using the leaves. This tree, people will tell you that the olive tree, you can actually create walking sticks out of it. And the leaves you can use for medicinal uses. So then there is also now, during climate change and its impact on the environment, we are also now talking carbon credits. We are talking the economy part of trees, how the trees assist economically in what is happening now. And also, with the climate change and its impact on the environment, why are trees important in our coastal provinces where we are having floods? And why are trees going to be important even in other provinces where we are seeing that the weather patterns are changing? So that is how South Africans must start viewing and looking at trees. And we must look at other countries that are even desert countries planted 1 billion trees, so that we understand that trees are not going to be needed now, but they are going to be needed forever. And we can't wait. Everybody must start planting trees and everybody must participate in this important initiative.
And Deputy Minister, as we are about to round up our conversation, we are going to COP30 in November in Brazil. I know that these COPs, those who criticizes these COPs, they'll say that they've become just talk shops, nothing really significant coming out of these conversations. So what is the message that South Africa is taking to COP30 in towards the end of this year?
For me, is that where COP is happening is exactly directly in the Amazon, which I think is good because it will practically make the world to see that what we are talking about when we talk about a climate change and its effect on the environment. And I think that for it practically happening in the Amazon will actually make people to see that you can't just talk about these things and not follow up and practically implement resolutions that are taken as COP. And it is time that we actually stop looking at things in a manner where we are just saying that we've been there, we've done that, we are back, we are looking forward to the next COP. But that everybody, after coming back from this COP, will sit back and say, let us hold hands, let us unite, let us implement this, because there is no drought, there is no fire, there is no flood, and there is no wind that any amount of money can buy and control. Because those natural disasters, no matter how much money you have, it is going to affect you one way or another. If it's not drought, it will be heat. If it's not heat, it will be flood. If it's not flood, it will be strong winds. If it's not that, it will be fires that all of us will not be able to control. So at the end of the day, we want to say that when we come back, we must make sure that we have practically seen what is happening in the Amazon. And I think that on its own is going to be a real eye-opener to the whole world, that we should really do things practically that saves and protects our environment.
And Deputy Minister, before I let you go, we have come to the end of our conversation. But before I let you go, just to remind our listeners, where do they get the trees to plant? You said that except for the Northwest, because we don't have a botanical garden. So for other provinces, just maybe as we say goodbye to you.
The people in the Northwest can also participate. There are nurseries available on our website. Either then our nurseries people can go to ShopRite, they can go to Pick n Pay, they can go to Spar, they can go to their own nurseries around in their own communities, and that our drop-off centers are the botanical gardens. And that in the Northwest, the provincial government has also made available a drop-off bank there. But other than that, you can go to the botanical gardens in Johannesburg, you can go to the botanical gardens in Pretoria, in Nelspruit, in Cape Town, in the Kimberley, in Appington, everywhere else where we have got botanical gardens and where we have got district nurseries owned by the Department of Fisheries, Forestry and the Environment, and that people can go on to www.dffe.gov.za. People will be able to find 1 million trees there on our website, and when you log into there, you'll be able to get all the information on how, if you cannot buy a tree at the nursery, you are able to buy trees online to all the nurseries that we have signed agreements with to provide trees for South Africans.
Well, thank you so much, Deputy Minister, for your time this evening. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, that was the Deputy Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, Bernice Swarts, talking to us about the 1 million trees campaign. If you have just joined us, please do go to your nearest botanical garden in Johannesburg, in Pretoria, or anywhere across the country. That's where you can take the trees to. That's where you can also go and collect a tree. If you don't have the money to really buy the tree, you can go there and collect the tree, because that's where people are taking the trees to, donating these trees. Those who do not have the money to actually buy a tree, they can actually go and collect these trees from the nearest botanical garden so that they can plant these trees on the 24th of September. So please do make sure that on the 24th of September, you do go out there and grab a tree, plant a tree, take a picture or a photo of yourself and upload it on their website, and your story will also be told. And also they will be able to count as to how many trees did they plant on that particular day. But like I said in the opening, we can do more. 1 million trees sounds like a lot, but actually, if each one of us can do our best, can do our part, we can actually plant more than just 1 million trees. We are going to leave it here for the cycle this evening. The cycle will be back next week, Monday, from 6 until 7 p.m. Until we meet again next week, Monday, right here on Vuga Online Radio. My name is Mogale. Good evening and God bless you.
The Africa Center for Work-Based Learning is a professional development center for professionals who aim to improve their professional standing. This means that the learning programs we run are more than just academic programs. They are work-based programs that focus on leveraging your current experience as a professional to build your overall profile. A year down the line, the Africa Center for Work-Based Learning is developing into a preferred center for professional development in Pretoria, with 8 professional development faculties including accounting, teaching, entrepreneurship, as well as IT and many more. For more information, go to acwbl.org or dial +27 12 751 7608. The Africa Center for Work-Based Learning, where work is learning.